Hi, my name is Rachel. Welcome back to another YouTube video. I am now 35 weeks pregnant, and I say this every single pregnancy video, but I cannot believe how fast time is flying. I'm only 5 weeks out from her due date, and obviously she could come before then, she could come after, so really it could be just a couple more short weeks before I have this baby. Really excited. I'm starting maternity leave at the end of this week, so I'm going to give some updates on how all that is going. I'll give some baby bump updates and then some training belly modification updates in terms of how I'm staying fit and healthy throughout this pregnancy. So let's just go ahead and hop right into the video. So this is what the baby bump is looking like at 35 weeks pregnant. I am now up 23.2 pounds to 168.8 pounds body weight average. I'm 5'9". I feel like the weight gain has slowed a little bit just because at the beginning I gained all the extra body fat I needed to support a healthy pregnancy, and now I feel like all the weight gain is just solely her growing, but it's still really exciting every week. I'm still definitely noticing all of the changes, and I love growing her. Really excited to see how much she grows in these last, hopefully 5 weeks if she makes it all the way to her due date, but at least a couple more weeks. It's already my first Monday of the week, well actually Tuesday, before I go on maternity leave at the end of the week and end of finals week. So it is definitely a very bittersweet feeling knowing that this is my last week in the classroom being with my students for this year, and it's perfect timing because it's right at the end of the quarter, submitting final grades on Friday, and then the entire next quarter they'll be with their long-term sub, and then I'm also going to be out the entire next school year as well. I'm super grateful for that I'm going to be able to stay home with my baby because I'll never get those moments back. And I definitely want to be able to prioritize taking care of her as opposed to being busy running around all day, because during the teaching year I'm literally gone from 7:30 in the morning until when I finish my workout 6 p.m. That's not very practical for raising kids. I'm so lucky that I'm able to stay home and take care of her, but I will miss being in the classroom. It'll definitely be bittersweet. I'm pretty much planned out for everything for the long-term sub, ready to go, so pretty much just chilling. Just got to grade these finals. We have some review days this week too, but I'm very excited, but I will also miss being in the classroom as well. And this was my teaching output of the day. I finished up the day and now I only have 3 more days left until maternity leave. It is so crazy. Honestly, time has gone by so fast. And she's growing so fast every single week, but I know she's still gonna pop so much more in these last 5 weeks, and I'm really excited to see how much more she grows. But yeah, definitely gonna enjoy these last 3 days of teaching before I'm home with these fur babies and my actual human baby soon all day. And look at what he did to his floor mat. That's what we have to do. He tears up the carpet if we don't do that. So if you've been watching my recent pregnancy, health, and fitness videos, I've been focusing mostly on how I've been maintaining and preserving my strength, which is important to me because I am a powerlifter. And also, I've mentioned it before in videos, but when you're gaining all of this weight in a very, very short period of time, it's important that you stay strong through that process. Like, it's crazy to think that you would just want to be weak and fragile and be struggling to move around. I'm feeling great when I move around, but the bulk of my workouts is actually focused on these more functional movement patterns. So I'm going to go in order of my days of the week. So this is my primary squat day. So after I do all of my maintenance squat work, I move into some accessory movements. So the first one that you saw, that was deficit split squats. I was only doing 40 pounds. If I was not pregnant, I'd be loading like 70 pounds on each hand, doing super, super heavy hypertrophy work. But this is more focused on being fluid and dynamic and engaging my pelvic floor, getting that deep core connection. And then this is also from my primary squat day, single leg RDL. I'd be doing like 100 pounds in one arm if I was doing this variation, or I'd be loading with a heavy barbell or doing a dumbbell in each hand. But again, focusing on being fluid and dynamic and changing my focus for pregnancy functionality as opposed to strength is the main focus. And then this is my primary bench day. So I've been really loving dips. I've still been able to maintain a lot of dip strength at 168 pounds, up 23 pounds body weight. I still was able to get 8 reps, which is pretty good. In the first floor bench clip, you saw me doing it with my feet in. And then on this day, I decided to do it with my feet out. Honestly, both feel comfortable, and I kind of liked having my feet out more. The reason why you might want to move your feet in is if it gets uncomfortable with the belly size, but I realized I'm still super comfortable in that position, so I decided to just keep my feet out for the next week. And all of these clips are either at 34 weeks pregnant or 35 weeks pregnant. So for most of them, I have a clip from each week. And then this is my primary deadlift day, my only deadlift day. I'm doing an offset kettlebell squat. So I have the weight in one hand and I'm making sure that I am engaging my core, getting that breathing in conjunction with the pelvic floor, making sure that everything is feeling very functional and stable, and it's much, much harder than it looks. And then I also have just some regular seated cable rows, and I've been surprised with how well I'm able to maintain my muscle throughout this pregnancy, especially when you're gaining a lot of weight in a very short period of time. I've been surprised that I've been able to hold up as much muscle definition as I have. In the next clip, you'll see me doing my secondary squat day, and I do not have any accessories filmed within the last 2 weeks on this training day, but I have high bar squats as my focus on these days. And then I have a lot of other functional movements. I have some core accessories, I have some hack squats, and some adductor focus exercises. So I have Copenhagen planks. That's a very, very effective exercise for engaging your pelvic floor, which obviously is a huge priority during pregnancy. And then in the next final clips, you'll see me doing my secondary bench day. So this is just my higher rep bench where I have 3 sets of 7 at 115 pounds. And then you'll see me doing one of my favorite exercises of all time, especially during pregnancy, which is a half kneeling dumbbell overhead press. It takes a lot of core strength and stability to make sure that you're not arching your back as you are pressing the weight up. You're getting that nice core connection, and you're making sure that you're stabilizing, contracting your glute as you're doing it, making sure you're inhaling on the way down, exhaling on the way up. You're always going to exhale on the exertion when you're pregnant, or just in general. That's a very common breathing pattern during any sort of fitness, but when you're powerlifting, you're usually bracing instead. So this is what the nursery is looking like. I haven't added much more in terms of the decoration front, but definitely have a lot more toys for her. And I'm also still using this as like my birth prep stretching area as well, but got some extra things like at the baby shower this weekend. The baby monitor, this I thought was super cute. This is my dog and my cat, Pretzel and Jameson, all my birth prep area. And then I have a bunch of stuff like diapers and everything all in these cabinets, and definitely some other things coming along, like some reading books, cookware. This isn't where this is going to stay, obviously. Pretzel and my cat Jameson have also been really enjoying all this area, but have some toys there, some bath time area. And then I already have all of her clothes laid out from newborn to 0 to 3. A bunch of stuff up here, like baby carriers, and then some older clothes, diaper bag, but definitely everything is coming along. It's already looking pretty cute in here, right, Pretzel? But definitely need to figure out what I'm going to add to this wall. But I feel pretty good about just keeping it pretty minimal in terms of everything else over here. Obviously need to get a mattress, but she won't be sleeping there until 6 months anyways, because I'll have a bassinet. But the animals have been loving the play areas. Then I can't fit all the playthings, so I just have them like kind of randomly scattered throughout the house. But my cat has been obsessing over this. I'll insert a video clip. He's been thinking that all of these new toys are solely for him. And last but not least, I did want to give a little bit of a strength update because I'm still going to be squatting, benching, and deadlifting all the way up until the day I give birth. I'll modify, of course, as needed, but squats have still been going very, very well. I did 2 sets of 2 at 225 pounds. That was at 35 weeks pregnant. This is 2 reps at 135 pounds at 34 weeks pregnant, and then I did 2 singles at 140 the next week at 35 weeks pregnant. And then as far as deadlifts go, I did add an extra mat because my belly size is just getting too big to reach the ground. So before I was doing 3 mats elevated at the beginning of my 3rd trimester, now I have 4. So that was 4 reps at 285 pounds. I've been trying to get lots more belly angles in these last few weeks of pregnancy. And then this was at 35 weeks pregnant. I did 3 reps at 295 pounds. But everything is honestly feeling really solid. And I've been feeling honestly totally not even pregnant. All right, that is all for today's YouTube video at 35 weeks pregnant. In the next week's video, I'll be in my 9th month of pregnancy. just so crazy. I'm saying crazy way too many times, but that's just honestly how I feel about how fast time is flying. Time always goes by at the same speed, obviously, but when you're like anticipating any major event, like even when I'm in my powerlifting preps, I always feel like, oh, it's forever away when I sign up for a competition and, you know, I'm 20 weeks out or something, or, you know, even more insane when you start a birth prep when you're 40 weeks out, you're like, oh, that's going to be forever. But then eventually time passes and it's here before you know it. So that goes for everything. But anyways, thank you so much for watching today's YouTube video. If there's anything you want me to talk about and how I'm approaching the very end of my pregnancy, let me know. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great stay, and I'll see you in 2 weeks for my next pregnancy health and fitness video. What are you doing, Pretzel? Hi, baby. I love you. The babies wanted to say goodbye before I end this video officially. All right, I'll see you in 2 weeks.